All right, guys, so what I have right here is an iPhone 11 that has actually been sitting in someone's backyard for the last 2 years, or almost 2 years. So back in September of 2023, somebody actually snatched this phone from my wife's purse, and it's pretty much been lost. So I had Find My iPhone on, so we went to where the location was and knocked on the person's door where the location was pinging to, but they of course denied anything. They said that they didn't know what we were talking about. We waited for the police to get there. They never showed up. So we ended up just leaving. That was the end of it. Like, there was no follow-up, nothing. Police report was done, but that was pretty much it. I put it in lost mode and just put my number on it, and that was that. We never expected to hear anything. It's been over a year. It's about to be almost 2 years, and I actually never thought I was gonna see this phone ever again. And actually, just out of the blue, somebody texted my number and told me that they found it in their backyard. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that conversation here, so you guys can see it. Now, I don't know who this person is. It was near the area where we last saw it. So I don't think the person that stole it would actually text me and tell me that they have my phone. It would make zero sense in my opinion. But I mean, who knows? This person claims that it was in their backyard. And we've been through a lot of storms. We've been through snow. We've been hurricanes. It's just been sitting in someone's backyard this entire time. So really the whole point of this video is I just wanted to kind of take it apart and just see what kind of condition it's in, just out of curiosity. I don't think I want to fix it. I wasn't really expecting for this to happen. I didn't really plan on what I'm gonna do with it. I'm thinking of just keeping it as a backup, because it is unlocked. It is fully paid off. I bought it at the Apple store. I actually still have the box. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of see what condition it was in, given that it was in someone's backyard allegedly. So I'm pretty sure that it was. I don't see why somebody would lie. All right, so yeah, that's the back of the phone. There's no condensation on the cameras. From what I can tell, it's just it's not even cracked, which is weird. It's in pretty good shape up until we turn it around, and you can see it looks kind of weird. You can tell that there's been liquid inside of it, just based on how the screen looks. That's the ringer switch. It's kind of dirty. It's a little bit of dirt. But yeah, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the person who actually texted me and actually gave me the phone back. In the meantime, while we're going through, while you guys are seeing this, the charging port and all that, you can kind of see what condition it's in. But yeah, I mean, it's huge shout out to that person, because I never would have thought I was gonna see this phone again. I never would have thought I was going to see it again. I thought it was was lost. So yeah, I guess there's still some, good people out there. So I definitely huge shout out to that person. The thing that has me concerned, it's this front part right here where it's not looking good, man. And then as you see, it still says September 23, Saturday. So whoever had this phone had it off. So it was off the entire time. And yeah, as I suspected, the touchscreen doesn't work. I try to do turn on the flashlight and nothing. I try to swipe up, nothing. Let's try to do that slide to power off. Yeah, no. It just the screen's cooked pretty much. It's damaged. It's not gonna respond to anything. You can tell too on the front camera that you can definitely see that there's been water. It's water damaged. But I'm even surprised this thing still turns on. But yeah, no. What I think happened is, so whoever stole this phone, what I'm thinking is they must have threw it into somebody's backyard. That's the only explanation that I could really think of as to why it's in the condition it's in. So they must have just switched it off, powered it off, and just chucked it or whatever into somebody's backyard, and it's just been sitting there for years. Now I don't, or almost 2 years, but I don't really know either, because I guess you don't I don't know. I don't want to judge, but maybe they just didn't mow their lawn in the last 2 years and they never saw it. I say 2 years, but it's been a year and it's been a year and 7 months. I'm just gonna round up to 2 years. I just feel like it's easier. But yeah, there's nothing really else left to do than to just open it. So we're just gonna unscrew the bottom screws. I thought I unscrewed it enough to where I could just pull it, but I guess not. I'm not even gonna, like, I'm not a technician, so I really don't know what I'm doing when I'm opening these phones. Sorry about if I do anything wrong, because I most likely will do things wrong. So yeah, now that the screws are out, of course I'm gonna blur my number. That's why you're gonna see some blurriness, because it still has my number. I don't think anybody wants that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blur it out. That's why you see that blur there. I was looking at an iFixit guide, and that's pretty much all the tools I'm using. It's all like iFixit, like a little toolkit. But it was pretty much saying to heat up the phone. But I'm thinking, if water seeped in, there must be, the water resistant must be compromised somewhere. So I was thinking there was no seal, like the seal was eaten away or something. But no, to my surprise, it actually seems like it's still intact. So I have no idea how water seeped in here. Like, the gap is still pretty closed. Like, you can tell on some of the phones that have been repaired that there's like a large gap that's still left, but not on this one. On this one, it's you can still tell it's intact, and it's still kind of tough to even remove the screen. It actually it's giving me a hard time. So I tried, the little guitar pick, is that what it's called? I'm not sure what this tool is called, but it looks like a guitar pick. I was trying to put that in, in between the glass and the frame, but that didn't work. So what I ended up doing is I went ahead and got I don't have a heat gun, so I actually got a blow dryer, and I started adding heat towards the bottom and really heating it up to loosen up that adhesive. Yeah, it's my wife's blow dryer. That's why. That's why it's that color. But I mean, it got hot enough. I just didn't know how much heat to apply, so I didn't want to make it too hot either, because I don't know what state that battery's in either. So I didn't want it to like catch on fire or something, because it was charged. And what I was trying to do there is, I don't know if there's something wrong with the power button too, because I powered it off. You press volume up, press volume down, you hold the power button for a couple seconds until the phone shuts off completely. But it just started up again, like it booted up again on its own. So I'm not entirely sure if maybe the power button is something wrong with it too, because I was trying to turn it off before I even got inside the phone. But it was just I didn't want to cooperate. It just decided to start back up, so I didn't even bother with that. I just left it on. Even with the heat from the blow dryer, it still didn't make it easy to get into the phone. So I was trying a metal tool to see if maybe I can, maybe it was a little bit thinner that I can, push it through. And I have the suction cup too on the screen, so that way if it does, I was pulling it with full force to try to, push that screen out, but it wasn't coming out. Okay, and then after another blow drying session, I was able to somehow get this little pick in between the glass and the frame. So now what I want to do is just go all around the phone, breaking the seal, breaking the glue from it, the adhesive. And I was gonna grab another pick and go around the other side so I can open this. It should open like almost like a book. So I was not trying to go too deep into it and break break a ribbon cable or something. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, what got fried was the digitizer. Well, I mean, no, actually I could be wrong. Actually, because the whole screen is it's done for. So I don't know, but I know the digitizers would pretty much converts your touches to digital, right? I don't know. I got a good chunk of it, like that side. It's just that upper left-hand corner now that it's giving me issues. I'm so tempted to just like use my bare hands to like, break it open, but I didn't want to accidentally rip it. Yeah, and then you can tell, like, you see that glue like just coming undone. Yeah, and then you can tell right there that the adhesive was still intact. But and also you see those red strips, those should be white. I'm a like draw a little, like I'm a point. So yeah, I'm gonna just since this is open now like a book, I'm just gonna use the original iPhone. That's actually the box. I'm gonna, and look, I even wanted to show you guys, I still have the headphones actually that came with it. So the box I still have. So that pretty much confirms my suspicion. As you can tell, those little pink strips, they're like liquid damage indicators, right? So they should be white, and if they come into contact with moisture, then they turn this pink color, which is why you see that it's why they're pink right there. And then right next to the Taptic engine, there's another indicator. So yeah, that's that pretty much tells you that the phone's water damaged. So somehow water seeped in and ruined some stuff, but I don't see much corrosion really. I don't want to go too deep into it. I just want to like remove the screen, as that's really like the most important part. And I'm just gonna go around the whole phone like zoomed in so that way you guys can see it. But that's the other LDI. Yeah, not as bad as I was thinking. That was, in here. I honestly just think it needs a new screen. At least that's what it seems like. I haven't ordered one, like I said. This is all just out of the blue. I didn't really have time to order one or really look around to see what screens are good or what to order. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated if I end up fixing this, and then see what state we can get it to. So right here, we're just gonna remove these screws, so that way we can disconnect the screen. Yeah, and these screws are tiny, as you would imagine. Like, they're tiny. I know I have it magnified all the way in, but trust me, these things are like, almost looks like a piece of dust or something. And what I'm removing now, this is pretty much removing the shielding that goes over the screen connectors. Yep, so with those screws removed, we can remove the shield. And there's a couple ribbon connectors on here, so we just pretty much have to remove those. I was trying to use this little plastic tool to remove them, but I ended up just having better luck with my fingernail, just like getting my fingernail underneath and removing it. And just in case you're curious, yes, the speakers do work. The way I know that is because whenever I plugged it into charge, it made a sound, so that lets me know that they're working. So that does not need to be replaced. I was having a hard time finding that other ribbon cable to completely remove the battery, but after watching a guide, I was able to find it, and then the screen should come free. Yeah, and then once I pull the screen more away from the phone, you can tell that the adhesive is still attached to the frame. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap this one up, guys. So definitely stay tuned if I end up fixing this thing, so that we can actually see what's on it. But as for now, I don't know when that'll be. You guys let me know, like, is it better to get it fixed somewhere, or should I just do it myself, order like the part on Amazon or something? But there's a lot of bad things about these like third-party screens, is they end up not looking good. Like, what do you guys recommend? Yeah, and if you guys like this kind of content, make sure to like it, or make sure to hit that subscribe button, to definitely make my day. Appreciate you guys. So I will catch you guys on the next one. No. All right, guys. So I will see you guys on the next one.